Hi, I'm Matt.
Hey there, I'm Bianca.
And we are from Cub Sapphire.
Yes, we are.
And this is amazing.
Oh my goodness.
We are at Walla Walla, Washington. This is a winery that Cub Sapphire decided to rent out.
Not just a winery, but an entire mansion.
An entire mansion. It's huge.
Yes.
It's something like 47 acres or something like that.
I think it's bigger than that, but
yeah
97.
97
Yes.
acres, yeah. So, and they basically, this is the first annual, and it's they're going to be hosting an exclusive party for fans of Cub Sapphire. Lifestyle folks from all over the country are coming in. We've had some folks from Canada come in, and they're only allowing like 100 couples, so it's an exclusive event, and they rent out the winery, and they have these huge pool parties in the back.
Yeah.
And
the pool is gorgeous, by the way. It even has a slide that he went down.
That's right, and bumped my head.
Yeah.
And bumped my head. Yeah,
we had a huge flamingo float that we could float in. And
yeah, that's right. It was like a 20-foot flamingo. That was kind of awesome.
Out there, and yeah, great.
And we had the whole place to ourselves. So, like, people were naked at the pool, and people were doing things at the pool.
Play beds outside so that you could be under the stars.
Exactly.
It was lovely.
Yeah. So, and then the winery only is so big for as far as how many people stay here, but they have a hotel that is just a few miles from here that basically everybody's renting out. Everybody has these spots in this hotel, and and then they just kind of come on over back and forth as much as they want to. So this has been fantastic.
Well, and it's nice too because it is such a smaller event. You really get to know people that are, in the lifestyle and that, and you can go off site for lunch and have, enjoy some of the foods and wines that they have at either other wineries or just downtown in Walla Walla. There's some great restaurants. We had a really nice meet and greet where we got to try some of the food there, and they brought in snacks at around 7, I think, and they were pretty good snacks and like really nice fancy stuff.
Well, yeah, they had like you had mentioned, they had a takeover of a restaurant at lunchtime, and they basically closed down the place, and it was private just for our group.
Right, so you could speak freely.
You can speak freely with not being concerned about the other people hearing about your wife's breasts over and over again, because I tend to talk about those a lot. Speaking of your breasts, that's a really nice dress.
Thank you.
Oh, and you even have the
I do. Everybody who came got a beautiful cup, wine glass with Cub Sapphire's logo, and each year they're going to do another one of these, so they're going to become collectibles. There you go.
Exactly.
So you gotta collect them all. Yes.
by drinking a lot of wine.
Well, how great is it to bring this to the club, on a regular party night and be like, oh yes, I went to the Cub Sapphire winery and I have my 2019 cup, and then the next year you're like, I have my 2020 cup, and plus then, it's better for the environment.
Of course, you got to mention that, sure.
Because you're not throwing away plastic.
Yeah, so this place is absolutely amazing. We have been just ecstatic to be here, and as you can see, the grounds are fantastic, and the party has been fantastic. They have the entire downstairs of this mansion is like laid out for parties. Right. So of course they have play beds and all that, but they have like a
movie theater,
movie studio in there where I think next year we have to try to figure out how to connect some porn to it.
Oh
or
yeah,
something
for
like
sure. That's on the to-do list for sure.
Okay. So that if someone wants to watch porn, they can do that on a ridiculously giant screen, or maybe homemade porn. Bianca porn. We'll just record some.
No, maybe we can put together like everybody puts in their homemade porn, and we just have that running on a loop.
Oh, there you go. That would be fine too. So get your porn ready now.
Lots of brainstorming going on here.
And they have a pool table, and they have not arcade games. So see, that distracted me because there's a bunch of women behind us by like 50 feet flashing us now.
We got a man that flashed us too.
Oh, I wasn't paying attention to that. But that made me say arcade games. They don't have arcade games. Wow. This is how distracting it can be when people are actually saying stuff to us behind us. So
yes.
They have darts. That's what I meant. And actually they had this giant board game, which was funny, or a board room table. With 30 seats on it, something like that. And there were a group of people just playing card games like Cards Against Humanity, and they were playing That's What She Said. I haven't seen that game, but apparently that one's hilarious too. Yeah. And they were just using these as tools to meet other people and talk to the people and get comfortable with other people, icebreakers, so that they can be comfortable enough to have fun with them later. And that's the most important thing about any event like this, where you might know a lot of people, but we've actually talked to quite a few couples that came to this event that did not know anyone or were brand new to the Sapphire group and decided to come because they wanted to hang out with us and they wanted to hang out with just the other dozens of people that were coming here, and to have a nice, sexy getaway with lifestyle people that they can speak freely to, right, and flirt with and talk about the lifestyle and do all the things that you want to do. And then of course drink a lot of wine too, because the wineries here, if you don't know Walla Walla, and honestly we've never been to Walla Walla before, this is our first time, and she is a huge wine drinker. And yesterday we did some wine tours. We just drove around from winery to winery to winery, and I think we only hit like 4 or 5.
3. No, we went to 3.
And then we hit the wine store. That's
Yes.
right, 3 and then the wine store. So yeah, so and by that point she was like, lampshade on her head, and she was passed out on the grass.
Not that much, but passed out in bed maybe. Well, everybody else that we went wine tasting with shared with their partner, and my partner didn't want to share with me.
Sounds about right.
Drink wine.
Yeah. I only share you.
My fault.
Yeah.
The one thing I have to say about this place is normally when we do, takeovers or Matt and I go on a trip and we come back to you and review it, there's always a list of things that I say, you should make sure you bring this, make sure you bring that. I have felt like Club Sapphire thought of everything for this trip. Like, I haven't felt like I was like, shoot, we should have brought this, or we should have brought more of that. Like, I have felt like, the meals, there was plenty to eat. It was filling. It was delicious. Like, I wasn't left feeling like, man, I wish we could go out and get food right now, but it's midnight,
Well, they had the midnight snacks, the pizzas, and the buffalo wings.
So they really took good care of their guests, and I just didn't feel like I needed anything.
No,
the only thing I could say is, you do need to bring your own alcohol and mixers, so as long as you're prepared for that, which who in our group is not ever prepared for that, right? As long as you know ahead of time that you need to bring your own, we bring all of it. Yeah,
they even had like portable lube warmers.
Yeah.
So it's like a hand, you put your hand underneath it, and lube comes out, and which is convenient if you need that.
They brought all the towels and all the sheets and all that. I mean, Club Sapphire really did take care of their guests here and at this event, and I just as we're getting ready to leave and that, I feel so relaxed and so just good, because we've had several days of just being pampered. And even if it was just hanging out at the pool and no one was doing anything specifically for us, this is just such a relaxing vacation with your friends.
Yeah.
And even if you don't know anybody, you're going to leave knowing several people.
Oh yeah.
How can you not when you've got such a nice smaller group? 100 people is not that small, but a smaller group that you can really get to know everybody. And then next time you go to the club, you're going to know so many more people.
Exactly. And you had mentioned bringing your own booze, but if you don't bring your own booze, there are wineries everywhere.
Well, yes, that's true. You can find it as long as you get out there before about 5 o'clock.
Because I'm pretty sure, did you really bring anything beforehand? I think maybe you brought some vodka.
I brought vodka and rum for you, and then I brought a can of wine, which I could not...
The locals here would be very upset finding out that you brought a can of wine.
It's only because it was left over from something else. Like when I was desperate for some wine and I just grabbed the can from the store, and it was left over because I didn't drink it, and I threw it in my bag as a just in case we don't find something on the way. And I didn't even know where it was. I just found it when we were packing to leave. So.
No, canned wine is good. Like, you shake it beforehand and it mixes all the
tannins.
The tannins, that's right. Yeah.
That's not how it works here. Yeah. So and they have the winery here that's open from 10 to 5. So you can come here if you get here before 10 to 5, or if you're staying on the grounds, and pick up some wine for the day. And they had pretty good wines. We did a wine tasting on day 1 and we're able to pick up wine here. So, and if you wanted to pick up wine along the way before you even got here, you can definitely do that. And then of course in downtown there was Safeway and Walgreens and all sorts of stuff if you needed mixers or something else. It's really easy to get anything you need, and you can bring some extra snacks if you need it, or pick some up around. Everybody keeps talking about a cheese store that you gotta go to.
Perfect. I like cheese.
I know.
So if you're thinking about coming next year, we strongly recommend it, and more importantly than anything is that we strongly recommend booking as soon as it becomes available on the website.
Right. Don't wait.
They sell out of everything. Every event, it always sells out because people love these events, which is the reason they started doing this. The Wild at Westport events that they do now, they've expanded those ones. Those are the beach ones that we go to, and they sell out pretty much practically the day after the previous one.
They've got 4 a year now.
Yeah, and so they've expanded the amount that they're actually doing every year, so that more people can actually come to them. And of course, if it is sold out or any event is sold out, get on the waiting list. I strongly recommend that, even if it's just a few weeks before the event, because people always back out for a million reasons.
Right.
That's just, we're busy people or something. So you can always get those spots. So it's definitely worth it to do that. But strongly recommend booking as soon as possible for any event, and then that includes any lifestyle event that you ever go anywhere, because they tend to sell out, and the best rooms always sell out first, and so it's definitely worth it to do that. So go to www.clubsapphire.net and look at all the upcoming events. I know, I mean, this is going to pop up just a couple days after we've been here, so there probably isn't going to be next year's event on there yet, but in a few months there will be, and we will be reminding people on these videos and of course on the website, and make sure you're on their newsletter, their email newsletter if you're not, and the Facebook groups and such, so that you can find out when this one becomes available in a few months probably. But the Wild at Westport events you can always book pretty much all the time. So the next one's coming up in a few months, and then of course in the spring, and like Bianca said, they've expanded, I believe, to 4 of them now instead of just the 2, like coming this next year, because they sell out because people love them.
Well, and I believe the way that it works too is if you were here at this event, you're going to get priority. So they'll give you the choice to sign up for next year first, and then after that it opens up to everyone else. So you want to get on the list as soon as possible, so that if you want to come back every year, which we definitely will be, you are on the list to be able to come back to get a spot. Get your spot. Like, that's all I can say is get your spot. Exactly.
All right, so go to www.clubsapphire.net and check out that, and of course check out all the parties and fun events that are happening at the club every single week. Anything else you want to say?
Cheers.
Cheers. Yeah. Okay, we'll see you next time, and thank you so much for watching.
Bye-bye.